is. Veers left, pulls up, looking for the lead, and got it. Jalen Williams, 2 seconds, 1:11.109. Now SGA, probing, piercing, spinning, hanging for the lead, and SGA knocks it down. The Thunder finally get the defensive stop, and SGA puts them in front.
I'm Kenrich Williams. You're listening to Topic Thunder.
And welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Topic Thunder podcast. I'm your host, Dylan Hunsinger at Thunder Chats. We are part of the Believe Network, and this is your podcast for your NBA champions, Oklahoma City Thunder. Feels so great to say that. I am joined.
Welcome back in, champions.
Yeah, absolutely. I am joined by the man, the legend, the cockroach connoisseur. Man, I took a week off, and I'm crumbling.
Cold. You're rusty, like Topic was at the start.
Hey, beautiful segue. But I mean, and the only person that can pull that off is the tyrannical one, Matt Tierney. What up, Tierney?
Good. Had a nice 4th of July. Good barbecue with the fam. I was driving back home. Never seen this before in my life, Dylan. There was fireworks in my neighborhood in the middle of the road. Like they just took over the road. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to find a different way home. So that was something.
Tierney's like, I'm just part of the experience now.
Yeah, I'd never seen it before, but yeah, it was just a group of young teens took over the street, and it was just like, yeah, that was the first. But yeah, fun 4th of July. It's so weird that we have Thunder basketball so quickly. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's been a minute since we've been in the finals to get this very quick turnover, but yeah, it was fun. Very, very different brand of basketball, I'd say. But it's basketball nonetheless. It was fun. I only caught the second half because I was doing some yard work elsewhere till late. So I only caught the second half, but yeah, basketball was played today. A lot of fun things happening. Young up and comers we're about to talk about. It's exciting stuff.
No,
especially
absolutely.
when you're already on top.
Yeah, no, it's rich get richer mentality, and you know it's crazy. Like you were saying, like, you know, the Thunder basically had a week off, like in between the draft and like the draft presser. The only thing that happened was Presti had like his I guess his post, I don't know, is that postseason, off season, preseason presser, one of those things.
Yeah, I think Conan and Alex had talked about it.
That
was a cool little insight.
Mm-hmm. So we had a little bit happen, but you know, like it's really was just like 1 week off, and like, oh, here we are, we're back at it. And I also took a week off. I had a little bit of hiatus. I went hard for you guys during the postseason, like I said I would. Tried to go post game every game that I was able to, and it was a much needed break. Like I was thrilled that we won the title. Chelsea was also thrilled we won the title, but she was like, all right, I need a week. Like just give me a week, no
lock
pies.
in. Time to lock in.
You know what? That's fair. So I'm back though, back in a new space, got a new setup set up by the aforementioned wife. I got some new equipment. Yeah, we're ready to go for this season. You know, the Thunder are back, I'm back. And also we got somebody else that's back here joining us, a surprise appearance to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. 3-Cone himself. Cone, what up, Cone?
Don't patronize me, Tierney. Shut up.
How did we get this? How did we get the 3_Cone?
Shut up, dude. Don't even.
Oh my God.
Someone calls me. I just finished eating dinner, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to surprise him on the podcast." And it was like it just ruined the surprise. The surprise.
I said I was going to do a surprise for you, and you
I know
gave away.
You're patronizing me. You're patronizing.
I was trying to be sincere.
I don't even want to hear it. Let's talk about Topic and Brooks.
Topic was awesome.
Whatever. Topic was great. I love it.
Barn burner, guys. The barn burner.
The barn burner
animal is what I was calling it,
man.
There's just not a lot of good barn animals, though. That's the problem.
Hey, y'all, I don't know if y'all watch any of Philly Utah Summer League. There was a fight, like in Utah Summer League. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Isaiah Collier and someone on the Sixers who I never heard of had to get separated. So, hey, man, it's what it's all about, man. And you know, we start off. I was gonna say we're 0-1, but really we're 0-0 in Summer League.
We are.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, famously, Eugene Omarui, I think, got in a fight in his first Summer League game as well. So
because he's a dog.
I mean, hey, Eugene. Players be scrapping, but yeah, guys, I mean, not to bury the lead, as Cone mentioned, as Tierney mentioned, the Thunder played a summer league game today. The Utah Summer League kicked off the Thunder, the Grizzlies, the aforementioned Jazz, and the Sixers. And the Thunder, they actually lost. They lost this game. It's the first time we lost, in a couple weeks. But they lost 92-80. Of course, it's the Summer League, so the wins and losses don't matter. It's what happens during the games that matters. And there were some fun things that happened today. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to talk about it with the single large item. So, boys, the first single large item of a new season after being crowned champions. Who would like the honors of kicking us off?
Cohen,
I would.
Cohen, since you're the surprise guest.
I would like to. I guess, maybe I'll leave you the new guys. I'm going to go with AJ Mitchell. AJ was awesome. Best player on the court tonight for the Thunder, and really maybe either side. Like GG had 20 points, but AJ was the leading scorer in the game. Some great defense on the other side from Jalen Wells. Topic had some great moments, but I think AJ was the best player on the court tonight. And really, kind of what I was just looking for this Summer League was to see AJ just prove that he's too good for Summer League, that he doesn't really need it. And I mean, honestly, I don't think he really has to play. Like maybe he'll play for the rest of Utah, but if he didn't, and I really don't think he needs to play Vegas Summer League. I think he's perfectly fine. But at 24 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists, and a steal, 62.1 true shooting percentage, hit a 3, only a couple of turnovers. AJ was awesome. And it, of course, wasn't just the stats. It was his control over the game. It felt like he was extremely fluid. Had that awesome spin move where he made, UNC legend Armando Bacot.
All right, dude. I wasn't going to bring it
literally
up.
made him hit the nay, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, he literally.
Oh, that's not the right play. I was going to show it, play too. That was my favorite play.
No, that was the right Armando Bacot hitting the nay. Wasn't that the one?
That was not Armando Bacot. Are you trying to poo-poo?
Let me pull this up. The Tar Heels.
Who was the guy he got?
Let's review the tape. Armando's over. No, wait, he's not in this.
Is that Fleming? I think it was Fleming.
I might be Fleming.
Yeah. Did you just try to disparage UNC?
I'll be honest. I did try and throw a shot randomly in there at Armando Bacot to see if I could get you to crash out after you patronized me for joining the podcast.
I did not patronize you, dude. I was trying.
You did.
All right, dude.
AJ was fantastic.
You even if Alex Fierce didn't say so.
AJ was awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that spin move was incredible. A couple of really great takes to the basket. AJ just looked great. I mean, he kind of is just an automatic paint touch. We saw that throughout the season. It continued to show in Summer League. He's just one of those guys that feels like he's already too good for it. And that feels like it bodes extremely well going into next season. And again, I want to note that we extended him this offseason, 3 years, only $9 million, which is such an absurd steal of a contract for what I think AJ Mitchell is going to bring over the next couple of seasons. And I saw a couple people being like, both AJ playing this good and, Topic, we have such a crowded guard rotation. I'm like, that's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
If we have too many talented players, sure. That's cool with me. And I think eventually, we'll cycle guys in and out. Like some of those role players will change someday. And having young guys like Topic and AJ, guys that can step into bigger roles as their time comes to fruition, it's great. And I got to say, man, the more AJ hoops, the more his game looks a little Jalen Brunson-y. Not always, but there are those little moments where I'm like, he looks very Brunson-esque at some times, which I felt also during the regular season last year. But, oh, man, it's just – I'm not going to say he's going to turn to Jalen Brunson and be an all-NBA player, but –
$3 million.
He's got kind of that same, tough-to-guard, small-guard game to him.
Yeah, whenever you're watching the game and you see people tweeting we got to find a way to get AJ Mitchell to the Bucks. We got to find a way to get AJ Mitchell to this other team because like you said, there's a lot of guards in OKC. And this is a team that just won the championship. They're adding their number 12 pick that didn't get to play last year. So, I get their thought process, but AJ was great last year, during the regular season, whenever he got his number called, whenever he had a time to go in to kind of relieve the ball relieve Shea from ball handling duties as well. And he looked great then. It looked like he belonged. He was controlling the pace. He was, again, the paint touch. His shooting was good. I think he ended up shooting 40% from three in the regular season, something like that.
Just under. I think he was 39.5.
Okay. It was very low attempts, though, obviously. And then, of course, he got injured, and that kind of derailed the rest of the season. Would have been interesting to see what he could have done, throughout the year, especially some of those games we lost. Would have been nice to have a secondary playmaker off the bench, but that's neither here nor there. We won the championship. It all worked out in the end. But
speaking of that, I want to note AJ feels like he might be the first player ever to play non-garbage time NBA Finals minutes and then play in summer league like a couple of weeks later. Like, I don't know if that's ever
probably true.
Yeah, he's just hooping. It must be so weird for AJ to go from that stage and that intensity to now this like very pickup game-esque summer league. Like the first one in Utah summer league, he's like, what? It has to be the biggest basketball whiplash possible in terms of the intensity.
NBA Finals Game 7 to a stadium that's like a third full in Salt Lake City.
Hey, I will say the crowd was decently loud. Obviously, they're a lot louder now. I'm watching Philly versus Utah on the other side because it's in Utah and the Jazz are playing. But like, I thought it was a decent crowd for Utah summer league. It felt like they showed out decently.
Yeah.
Were any of you guys surprised Mitchell actually played the second half? I was kind of surprised.
I know he had that knee bump.
Yeah, that was
a little bit. But
that was the only thing I was surprised about because, we've seen if a player when Josh Giddey got hurt, he probably could have missed one game, and there's nah, man, you're out. We're not risking this. And I guess AJ, he already got paid. He didn't have as much pick equity in him to not have to have him played and not risk having him out there. I don't know what the reason was, or maybe he just wasn't hurt that bad. I mean, he came out there after he got hurt, after he got banged up, after he got looked at, and I think he got 2 quick buckets in a row. He had a really nice pass to Barnhizer, backdoor. He was in full control of this game, and I kind of gave tongue-in-cheek nicknames to all the big name players that were going to play before the game. I called him the paint touch prowler because as Cohen alluded to, he is it doesn't matter who's in front of him. I think Ryan Styles tweeted out death taxes and AJ Mitchell turning the corner. Absolutely. Every time, man, he's blowing by whoever's in front of him, getting into the paint, and he can finish through traffic, as we saw in that clip. He had a nice little floater a couple of times.
Over the outstretch arm with a shot blocker too, using his body on him.
And he can also, find the open man. And, it's really funny how many years we've had a too good for summer league guy. And hey, AJ Mitchell's right there. We kind of wanted him to have this, but looking at the roster, Topic was the big name. We're going to talk about him obviously, and I think people were eager to see AJ just because he was injured for the back stretch of the year. But I don't think anybody thought AJ Mitchell was going to come in here and be too good for summer league in game 1. But honestly, they could have sat him at halftime like they did Dub a couple years ago, and I don't think anybody would have batted an eye.
Yeah, I think that's also the injury potential. That's one thing. I also thought I know AJ Mitchell is pretty much the only offense we had for a little bit, and I get he's got to be the one to score at the end, but it's a summer league game. You don't actually have to win. Let's get him. Let's get some other guys out there. It's still 0-0. Let's get some other guys out there and let's see what they can do. And I felt like it was just the AJ Mitchell show for a while, which is fun. I like it, but it's also hey, let's mix it up a little bit. But I don't know. It's whatever. I'll be fine.
I also think that having AJ out there was important for Topic, specifically in his first couple games back, with taking the load off of him. Because I mean, we're going to talk about Topic in a minute. He made some really good plays. He played a good game, but there were still some turnovers. They took him in and out because he was clearly gassed, trying to get back in game shape, adjusting to the elevation, playing his first game in 14 months. There was a lot that was going against him. And even though he looked good, I think that having AJ out there really helped him. So, as you said, maybe Vegas Summer League, okay, AJ, it's time to take a seat. Topic, it's yours now. Kind of got a few games under your belt. We're not in crazy elevation now. You're in game shape. Let's see what you got then. I think that could be the case.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that Sorwer is not playing, and I need Carlson to sign his contract so that we can get a big for Topic and AJ and these guys. Because I do think, that was one thing I was man, I wish Topic had someone to set screens for him. And
screens were rough today.
Makes it a lot easier to slow the game down when you have a big body to kind of get that defender off you for a moment and kind of read the floor and yeah, I mean, like there were some turnover issues, which we'll talk about with Topic, but just in general was really impressed with both the guards today. I think there was a lot to like, and AJ feels like, he could have real minutes next season. We've been looking for more initiation off the bench, more shot creation. And AJ, I mean, he was a part of the rotation pretty consistently at the beginning of the season before that injury kind of took away the rest of his year. But just in general, I felt like did a pretty good job. We talked about the paint touches, the efficiency was there. The numbers, I've checked them fully. 49.5% from the field, 38.3% from three, 6.5 points, 2 boards, 2 assists in 16.5 minutes a game. Like that's really good for a team where he's getting inconsistent minutes and, not able to really stay in a rhythm all that much. And I don't know how different that's going to be because we have a lot of guys, but we've seen how much the Thunder are willing to try things out. And I also think this season, we're going to rest a lot more in the regular season. Like, I think we still have, the guys play like the 65 games or so that they can go for awards. But if Shea only plays like 70, I'm not surprised at all because obviously coming off a championship run and trying to get into next season, we don't really want to push it too much. So I think AJ is going to get real minutes in real high leverage situations. And wasn't there one game that was like kind of close earlier in the season where he was playing in like the closing lineup, or maybe I'm misremembering, but I thought there was one game.
I remember he played like in the second. This wasn't in the closing, but he played like the second quarter of like a Nuggets game. Like it was like substantial minutes, but I don't know about anything closing.
Yeah, I can't remember what game it was. I just remember there was one where it was like maybe it wasn't even close, but it was like high profile opponent or something, and he was playing like pretty well. I don't remember, but
I think he did play against the Celtics, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he might have played against Boston. He must have played in that game against the Cavs too, like that second one where we blew them out. I know because we didn't have a lot of bigs, but we were dealing with injuries and obviously he's not playing the big position, but I think just in general he might have been getting some run. I can't remember. I just thought there was some game where I'm like, oh yeah, the world's gonna know the name AJ Mitchell. And man, I mean, like you said, I mean, it was everybody was tweeting about him. I saw so many people in my timeline going like, what do you mean the Thunder have this guy now? Like, people figuring out who AJ Mitchell is. Yeah, exactly. People are going to learn. But AJ, I thought, was extremely impressive today. And yeah, I mean, I don't think I need any more from him in Summer League to be like, yeah, this was very, very successful.
Yeah, he actually got hurt January 3rd. So he did not play the Boston game or the Cavs game.
Oh, really? Well, oh, yeah. He was already hurt at that point.
Maybe someone will know. If you're in the chat, someone will know.
What was the game I was thinking?
Put it in the comments.
I'll look at AJ Mitchell's game log.
Yeah, I was looking at some of them, but I don't know. There's no way to tell like if he was in the clutch minutes or whatever.
Yeah, I was just gonna look at like it felt like
total minutes maybe. You could figure
I was just trying to see if there was a game where he had like a high number. Maybe it was this game against Portland. We only won by 10. Maybe
it's Portland though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Portland.
Portland game, AJ.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep looking for it, but y'all go talk about our special boy Topic.
Our special goat.
Y'all make a choice.
Tierney, I mean, this has to be you, man. You have the finals patch Topic jersey.
Yeah, you are kind of the Topic guy now.
I'm riding high on this man.
Both y'all are repping someone. I'm not even repping someone. I gotta change my name. Hold on. Can I change it?
I don't know. I think you.
Yeah.
I think this website is not as.
I don't think I could change
it.
Yeah,
you have to like leave and come back out. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, I guess you do. Is it worth it, Cone?
Is it worth it? I think it's worth it.
I don't.
You get a second surprise.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? No way I'm doing it because I'm gonna. And Tierney's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, Cone's here." I have to listen to that shit again. I'm not doing it.
We're just getting clips. We're getting clips.
Hell no.
Nikola Topic, guys. I missed the first half. I just want to. I already said that earlier, but
the Topic guy didn't even watch the first.
That
half.
I listen.
Fake fan
stuff. I know. I'll go back and watch from my boy. But yeah, if the 7 turnovers did not happen, I would be saying some wild things on this episode. Some things I probably may regret down the road. But still, even with that, and we'll talk about it in a second, I think the offense was very like exactly what you were hoping for. He was a little slow at the gate, which you kind of expected. It's his first game in over a year, I guess, at this point. His first NBA caliber game. But it felt like after the first few minutes where I was watching the stat line, he wasn't shooting so hot. Felt like after that, he kind of got into the game, figured out the tempo a little bit. And the thing I wanted to start with was the game where we were 30% from the 3-point line. Nikola Topic 2 for 4. Both of those 3-pointers were in like the last second of the shot clock. Both of them looked really good too. I thought his shooting form was like very smooth, very quick release.
I was gonna say that second one was quick.
The second one, especially,
shot clock. It was great.
I love that from him. And then the other play that I was like, oh my god! And one of the things that I think a lot of people that were, following the roster and the weights and height and all that, I was like, oh, Nikola Topic got 15 pounds this offseason. Was it muscle or was it fat? And I think that was pretty clearly muscle, because there was that one play where he just like
weight room
bowled over the guy and then like stopped on a dime. It was just like an easy layup. That
kind of stared him down a little bit too there at the end. Like he looked at him on the floor until the ball got inbounded and he started running back.
A little moxie from the young boy. I was like, that if you cut off the game right there, I'll be like, wow. Just like I'm gonna say some.
You could have shown me only that highlight, and I would have been like, "Oh yeah, Topic is gonna be the MVP of the league someday."
He had a couple just pretty like unfun plays after that. He had like a kind of a slightly blocked mid range, and then he had like a really kind of. I mean, 7 turnovers is something you gotta note. I think you also have to note that like Gene Wells is on him. Like he's a really good on-ball defender. He can he locked up Shea. Like if he can lock up Shea, he's probably gonna lock up Topic too. But there was one turnover in particular at like the 3-minute mark where he just sort of like ran into 2 guys. I was like, okay, we got to clean that up a little bit. That was just like sloppy. It felt in that singular moment, it was like felt like the game was a little bit too fast for him there. But overall, as the whole game went, I think like he felt as comfortable as you can be in your first NBA game ever, especially coming off of an ACL injury like he did. So yeah, 14 points, 6 of 11. I already said 2 of 4. He did have 2 steals, by the way. I think we'll get to the other guy, but a lot of those were generated from the barn burner. But 2 steals. He did have 1 steal that I really liked, where he kind of like came from behind, sort of like double teamed. I don't remember who had the ball, but it was late in the game. I really liked that. It felt very Thunder-esque, where they're just like constantly pressuring on ball, and he came as a help defender. I really like that too. So those 2 steals, 4 assists, just exactly, 7 turnovers is, something to note, and we'll keep an eye on that. But outside that, about a perfect game you would expect from him.
Yeah. And honestly, like the 2 things that like, was kind of like, I guess, pressure points for Topic. Like whenever we drafted him, it's like, cool. Like we know you're great at passing. We know you're like great at driving and finishing. Like, can you shoot and can you defend? And like, those were like the big, like swing skills for Topic. And I think tonight, like, obviously it's one night, like we can't take everything away from one night, but 2 of 4 from 3, but those, like his shot, like the mechanics, the rhythm, like it looks so much better than the tape coming out of the EuroLeague. And, I kind of poked fun saying like, we need to put Chip England on fraud watch after the 3-point shooting in the playoffs. But the work that he's done with Nikola Topic is evident. Like it's apparent. Like the shot looks smooth and he's shooting it with confidence. He had that one catch and shoot, like quick trigger, like looks like so smooth, like such a smooth jumper. And then the other one where he got it off the dribble. Like if he's just making catch and shoot threes, like that's a problem for other teams. And like, it's a huge help for us. He's hitting shots off the dribbles. Like it's going to be crazy, but it was
kind of an awkward dribble too, because it was kind of a low pass and he had to kind of regain himself, and then still to hit that was impressive.
And towards the end of the shot clock again, like he's good in the pressure situations. And like the word that I would use for his defense, like positionally, like he still had some like plays where a guy would get by him backdoor and kind of get by him on just a drive. But I would say he's opportunistic. Like he honestly, the way that he plays defense off ball kind of reminds me of Shea. Obviously not to that level, because Shea is also like one of the greatest like shot blocking guards that we've seen also. But like in terms of steals, man, like he was everywhere defensively. Like he's only credited with 2 steals, but he had to have like 4 or 5 deflections. And he had that one there like late in the second half where he kind of like, I think he ripped a guy like right by the sideline and the ball went off of his leg and went out of bounds, and it was OKC ball. And like that doesn't come off as a steal, but like that's a forced turnover. I wish there was like a forced turnover stats because I feel like that would be more telling. But yeah, I thought he was very opportunistic defensively. And if you're giving us anything on defense, that's a huge help.
Yeah, and I mean to fit in with this Thunder team, you have to defend in some way. And I'm not expecting Topic to be this all NBA level defender someday, but just be like solid on that end. And obviously we have the pieces to hide him a little bit if that defense doesn't really come around. But for a 19-year-old in his first game post ACL injury, I thought Topic was incredible. Yeah, the turnovers, 7 of them. It looked like the pace of the game, the physicality got to him a little bit at times, but he was also, again, going up against Jalen Wells a lot, who's really, really good. He is a great defender in year 1 as a rookie. He was in the Rookie of the Year race the entire season. So it was his first time, no real screener, not a lot of weapons around him as well to, further make his life easier to get some of that pressure off of him. I feel like there were a couple of times he dribbled himself into a little bit of traffic, but he hasn't played basketball like an organized basketball game in a full calendar year. It's going to take some time. And honestly, I'm not too worried about the turnover thing. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's a really high field passer that's going to make those turnover issues go away. I'm much more concerned about seeing how he looks on the defensive end and seeing how he looks as a shooter. And the shot looked great. I thought there were some really solid defensive plays. Like, that's all I needed to see. I'm not worried about Topic's playmaking or things like that. Also, the handle, I thought looked pretty solid. Again, got loose with it a couple of times. But that first bucket he got where, he hit a couple of moves, a little bit of stop and go, then kind of spun around and finished at the rim. That's stuff that Topic did overseas, coming into the draft. It's why some people talk about, they were like, making the Giddey comparison. But Topic was a lot better of a finisher and a ball handler than Giddey was leading into the draft. We'll have to see where Topic eventually goes. And obviously, Giddey had a great end to the season with Chicago. But just in terms of prospect, that's part of the reason why some of the evaluations saying that he's the second Josh Giddey were a little bit unfair and definitely wrong, because Topic has a little bit more of that finishing rim pressure type of juice that Giddey didn't really have coming to the draft. And obviously, like, that's something that can develop over time too. But I thought Topic was great. I thought the first step was a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. Again, coming off an ACL injury.
The handles I did forget to mention. Yeah, he had another play. I don't even know who it was on. It was a big guy on the Grizzlies, but he had like a to his right. He kind of crossed him up to his right. He ended up getting a free throws off of it, but it was that first step that was like very explosive and got him on his hip. I do think you hit it a second ago. I think it needs to be emphasized how limited he will be without a good screener. Like, we just don't have any of that. This was I think the play Cone was talking about.
Yeah, and this was really nice. The little fend off there. I thought the floater over the outstretched arm of the big in transition. That three, It's this one in particular. I like that one. That second one was the one where the release was really quick. It was good over the outstretched arm. Real quick, hold it to. Can you go back to just show the if that one? I think that one had the play where he had the spin move. I just wanted to
show that. I have a better one. Yeah, hold on.
Okay, yeah. Pull that one for me. I know I tweet about it. If you need it, search the word Topic Mania. I believe that's the term that I use. Yeah, go ahead and search that one. But everyone's calling it that actually across the world. It's trending number one global is Topic Mania.
That's crazy. I do think him with I do miss Sorber in this a lot. I wish he was in this. He was loud.
My bad.
That's okay. I'll turn it down.
There we go.
Some really back and forth a little bit. The spin, the fend off, that
was a good play.
Then he gets right back on defense.
A little I'm blanking. TJ McConnell-esque right there.
Yeah, I can see a little
too soon.
I can see a little bit. I've said this a couple of times since the finals wrapped up. If the Thunder were ever to cash in their draft picks, I don't want a Giannis. I don't want a KD. I don't want a Jokic. I want us to trade 6 first-round picks for TJ McConnell, so we never have to face him again in the NBA Finals. There's no chance. Literally, just trade for him and bench him. Don't let him play.
I do think Topic though has that potential to be. I don't know his on-ball defense, what it's going to be, but I think he has the potential to be sort of like the TJ McConnell part of him that's just like always aggressive on like passes. And the 2 steals he had today were because he was on the help defense at like the top of the key. If you can get him in those situations, I think he has like a very positive impact defensively. But I'd like to see some on-ball defense, a little more reps in that area.
Yeah, there's time for it to come along. Also, right now, y'all, VJ Edgecombe's actually absurd.
Yeah, no,
I like him a lot. I love him.
He's going like he hit this one mid range that like looked kind of Shea-esque. I'm like, whoa,
hold up. We can't have 2 Shays.
It was like he kind of like he him with like the fake and like the flyby and got like the pump and then like shot it up over like kind of off his tiptoes. He's nice, man. He's nice. Summer League's so fun. I'm so glad there's, basketball already back, and then, NBA hoops will die down after Vegas, and then we're really going to be in hell. But
oh god, August is going to suck.
Yeah, it's going to be tough August. But I know, Dylan, you got your guy Brooks Barnhizer Stan. I'm seeing right there in your name. Talk to us about Brooks.
Barn burner.
Barn burner. Talk about the barn burner.
I tweeted out something that I don't think has ever been a truer statement. I don't think I've ever said a truer statement. I said 2 weeks ago, I didn't know who Brooks Barnhizer was. Today, I would die for that man.
Yeah,
that's fair.
This guy was absolutely nuts. Let me pull up the stats here. I know
13 rebounds is crazy.
I think he got credited. NBA.com has him for 13, but hey, you know what? I'll take 14. We'll boost him up a little bit more. 13 rebounds. We talked about the lack of like a reliable big man on the Summer League team with the
just get Brooks Barnhizer.
Yeah, with like the lack of Brandon Carlson out there. No matter. Like we got.
Oh, can we? I'm so sorry. We should have. Can I wish you all a happy Brendan Carlson Day to everybody out there? I completely forgot to mention.
Oh, is it already today? I thought it was
Monday.
It's
today.
July 7th.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. My bad. Never mind. Well,
no, it's okay. That. Tierney, there's nothing wrong with being excited.
I was excited for Brendan Carlson Day. I thought it was today. My bad.
There's nothing wrong with being early excited.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dylan.
Man. There's nothing wrong with it.
Wait a minute. Is Brandon Carlson gonna sign his contract on Brandon Carlson?
We should have seen it coming.
I have a theory.
Seen it coming.
I have a theory that everyone who's eligible to like re-sign Dub, Chet, and and whoever, they're gonna sign him on their days. It'll be so poetic.
It low-key would be.
God, a little too long, in my opinion, to wait that long. But
I agree. It's kind of rude of them, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, Barnhizer, like, the lack of big man, no problem. Like, Brooks Barnhizer, I can't say his name for some reason, is going to go in there and just absolutely destroying the glass. He had 13 rebounds, but 3 of them were offensive. Offensively, I would have liked to see him more involved. He only had 5 field goal attempts on the game, but he made 3 of them, so he had pretty good field goal percentage. Split his 3-point attempts, but I don't think the shot looks terrible. There's a slight hitch on it, but otherwise, like it felt like it was a smooth shot that he had confidence in, like the one that he made specifically on a catch and shoot from Topic, of all people. He shot it with confidence, like there was no hesitation at all. But defensively, man, he's everywhere. Like he's picking up everybody. He's diving on the floor. Like there was one play where he poked the ball loose and then he dove on the floor. And as he was sliding, like he called timeout to secure the steal.
Mm-hmm.
And like it got the bench riled up. It got the announcers riled up. It got me riled up. I think that's actually when I tweeted
all riled up
that, today I would die for Brooks Barnhizer. And like when you talk about guys that, when you talk about identity, you talk about culture, you talk about, all these things, like all these buzzwords around like draft time and like team building. Brooks Barnhizer encapsulates that for the Thunder in spades. A guy that is gritty, a guy that's going to work, a guy that is going to put it in defensively. And listen, man, like 6'5" with the 6'11" wingspan, like you felt that wingspan tonight. His length was a crazy problem for the Grizzlies. So I'm thrilled to watch Brooks Barnhizer play. If we do see AJ kind of go away in the Vegas Summer League, like I'm excited for what that's going to look like for Topic, but also I want to see Barnhizer kind of come out of his shell. I'm seeing a lot of comps thrown around for him. Like early in the game, I was like, he reminds me of Kenny Hustle. Then he got 13 rebounds, and everybody's like, no, he's Josh Hart. Like he's our version of Josh Hart. So
yeah.
I guess, our Summer League team is just going to be the New York Knicks, apparently. We got Brunson, we got Josh Hart. Maybe Brandon Carlson comes out there. We got Karl Anthony Towns, so there you go. But yeah, no, I will put it out here right now that I will die for Brooks Barnhizer.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's valid after seeing him play basketball for one game in the Utah Summer League. I think that's fair.
Absolutely.
But Brooks was great. I mean, felt very much like a Thunder player. Like I can picture him creating havoc, causing chaos on the court for us during the season. Yeah, you throw him in there with like Caruso. I mean, it seems like the Thunder might be trying to create a new Alex Caruso in a lab. Like it seems like they're trying to go that route. But I mean, yeah, I think like that's his path to being an NBA player and sticking in the league is he's never going to be this like 20-point per game scorer. But if he can be this pest, completely obnoxious, like, knock down some of those shots. Honestly, he kind of has a little bit of, he's a way better rebounder. Like he has that Josh Hart type of thing, but almost like a TJ McConnell type where 3-point shot, wasn't really his game that much in college, but he loves that little midi, like the one that he knocked down. And I believe it was an and one, if I remember correctly, off the mid-range jumper. It just gets in people's faces. He's annoying. He's going to poke the ball away. He's a pest. And the Thunder are all about having pests. It's why a lot of people hate playing OKC. That's what the defense was built on the back of, is it's like, here are a million guys that just piss you off. That's so annoying to play basketball against. And it feels like Brooks immediately fits that type of identity that the Thunder are trying to build out. So I'm very, very excited. The rebounding was cool. I kind of have this idea that maybe we should stack him on top of another guard and then create just this rebounding machine if we're worried about the big situation going forward. But I mean,
like an overcoat situation, like two, like stack.
Yeah, I don't know if the NBA allows it, so we might have to trick them and like we might have to trick them and put them together in a one jersey type of situation. I don't know. We'll have to figure out how we can get around that with the league rule book. But Brooks was great. I mean, the energy was awesome, and it really did feel like, it doesn't always feel like Thunder basketball in Summer League because we're not seeing that level of the defense that obviously OKC always brings. But yeah, man, I mean, you give me this type of hustle tenacity on defense, I'm willing to die for you too, Dylan. I'm right there with you.
Let's go.
We'll all die for him. There were just two plays in particular I wanted to mention on the defensive end. The first one I don't have the clip of. I couldn't, because it wasn't really like his play, but there was an inbound pass at like half court for the Grizzlies, and they usually will just like flare someone out to like the backcourt and for an easy pass, and Barnhizer just like completely sealed that guy off, and that was what created ultimately the Topic steal, because it was the one that went off of his foot. But it started because Brooks Barnhizer like completely did not allow the easy like throw it to the backcourt guy, because he was just like all over him. He was like that fast twitch muscle type of player. The other one I do have a clip of, and I don't know, this was from All Things Thunder.
I was just about to pull that up too.
Nice. We're on the same page. This particular block, let's play it from the beginning, seals off the guy from the baseline and then tries to get around him and can't. And then all of that is just length, and he just completely like wipes it out of existence. This is like an effort / just incredible length type of situation that we're seeing, and had to rub my eyes.
What's his wingspan?
I wasn't watching Caruso.
6'11".
6'11".
I was gonna say it's long. We love dudes with crazy wingspans. Mm-hmm. That's kind of just the new Thunder formula. Is get dogs that have like 1 million feet of wingspan.
That's why I'm so mad Sorber's not in this, because I think he's like slotting in at like 15th in the league in terms of length.
7'6" wingspan, dude.
It's
like
he's already
7'6" wingspan is
in the weight.
Top 15.
What was his weight? Wasn't he like 270, like or something like that?
I think he was like 280.
He might have been I was like, he's a big guy. Like he's I think only listed at 6'9" height wise, but he's big, man. He's big.
Yeah, the shot has definitely like a hitch.
Yeah, it's
like we're seeing the pass. It's just which is whatever, we can work that out, I guess. But if he's like I think what Cone said, like a TJ McConnell, where he can hit a three if you leave him wide open, but he's not going to be that type of threat. But he can do all this other stuff. That's what you're going for.
And I mean, that's the whole reason we have Chip, is to work on the jumpers and the shots. Like, it's developmental time. Like, he's a two-way player. He's going to get some experience probably with the blue at some point. And just off the bat, like, really, you can kind of fit in with this Thunder team. Oh, VJ is so nuts. Bro, it's crazy. Like, it feels like I'm watching a little bit of like Like my comp for him always, I want to see him become like Victor Oladipo that season where he was all defense and he was all NBA, like insane athlete, really good defender. I don't know, man. He's got 23, 10, and 4 right now, looking like by far the best player in this game. Also, the Jazz and Sixers have had like 3 different scuffles, maybe even more than that over the course of this game.
Summer League rivalry. Brewing.
Yeah, Utah might not invite the Sixers back to Utah Summer League like they always do at this point. It might get banned from Utah Summer League. But yeah, I mean, Brooks is a really fun player. Like I had such a good time watching him today, and I mean, hey, that's what Summer League's all about. It's just I'm trying to have fun watching some random hoops and the effort, his ability to compete. Like a few of those rebounds, man, like it wasn't just him being in the right spot, which he also was in the right spot a lot. That was something I really liked.
The Dennis Rodman meme where he's just like doing all the hand stuff. That's
yeah, he's like the rebound. I know this one comes off the arc like this, and I go that way. And,
yeah.
But like there was, I can't remember who passed it to him. It might have been AJ, but he got that up like reverse lay right under the basket.
Yeah, it was AJ.
He was just in the right spot. A lot of those rebounds were contested once fighting just because he was in the right spot. Physical, long wingspan. Just seems like he kind of knows where to be on the court a lot of times. And that's, I mean, half the battle for a young player sometimes and finding a way to get minutes. So, yeah, Brooks was great. I thought AJ, Topic all had really, really fun flashes all throughout the game.
Oh, and real quick, we actually have Joseph in the chat dropped what the AJ game was. Hornets, I believe, in December.
Oh, shout out Joseph.
I got it pulled up here.
That's a huge poll.
This is, where was it? December 28th. We played the Hornets. We won 106-94. But AJ actually got the start in this game.
Oh, that might have been it.
Because we
must have been
no Lou Dort, no Aaron Wiggins. He had 31 minutes, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. He finished with 10, 5, and 4.
Yeah, played 8 minutes 21 in the fourth quarter. Maybe that's the game I was thinking about. Maybe that's the one.
That's probably it, yeah.
Oh, Aaron Wiggins did play. My bad. No Chet and no Lou Dort or Kaysen. Yeah, no Kaysen. That's what it was.
We love AJ, man. Shout out to AJ. He's going to be so good. Like, so good. He really feels like someone where next season – I actually had someone reply to my tweet. I tweet out AJ's, like, spin move bucket, and someone's like, how does OKC keep getting these demons? They can't keep getting away with this. And, I mean, it's just what happens when Sam Presti's your general manager, I guess.
It makes the pressure of, like, slow rolling Alex Caruso through the season like we've been doing a lot better because it's just another guy you can slot out there. And I think we're gonna slow roll him even more than we did the last season because obviously he's getting older. But it just makes it you've just got guys that can actually like still win you games when he's not on the court.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cam says, "What's up,
hello, champion?
What's up, Cam? What's
up, champ?
Or just address each other as champions. Hello, champions.
That's how we do it.
Yeah. So big game from NBA champions AJ Mitchell and Nikola Topic today. Big games.
Yes, sir.
Can't say the same
yes,
about
sir.
Brooks,
I want
to.
Yeah, wanted to ask you guys: is there anybody else outside the big three, the Thunder Summer League big three? Anybody else that stood out to you? Good or bad?
I mean, I thought I can't remember. Is it Sissoko? Got a couple of nice blocks. It was like good timing, but it's like outside of rim protection. He wasn't too much of anything, but yeah, not too much else.
Gortman had one really nice move, and then there were a couple other moves where I'm like, whoa, let's slow down a little bit. But he had one really, really nice move. That I liked.
That has
I think it was the head. I mean, there was also late in the game the Thunder making a little bit of a run trying to make it competitive, and Youngblood pulled a 3 from like literally the logo, and I was like, what just happened? That's the fun of Summer League, man. I love to see it. But yeah, I would say Sissoko's couple of blocks were nice. Dukas knocked down a couple of threes. I like the way he was shooting with confidence.
He did.
It's so funny. They kept referring to him on the broadcast as the 3-point specialist and the sharpshooter. And I was like, hell yeah.
Spot the lie, bro. Spot the lie.
NBA champion Alex Dukas right there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's kind of it for me. Nothing too crazy. I felt like
Dukas in the big three had 5 of the 7. No, 6 of the 7.
I feel like Malevy was fine as a big. He wasn't phenomenal. It would be cool to have Carlson out there or Sorber, especially. It'd be super cool to have Sorber out there. But I thought Malevy was all right.
How many years have we rolled him out now? Feels like every year we have.
think last year was the first
Is that
year
true?
we had him. I think he was a rookie
It
last
feels like
year.
he's
Actually.
always in these summer league games, but I could be. I could just.
It feels like
totally
he's
miss
been
that.
playing summer league for us a million years.
He's always around.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's felt like a long time, at least.
Malvi.
Malvi. I always want to say Malevi.
Impressed.
Yeah, he's only been in the league 1 year.
Impressive that
you think?
Zach Austin was able to play 14 minutes for us today and only have 2 rebounds and no other stats.
0 for 4. Just
That's-
firing those shots.
Hell yeah!
Shout out Zach
Go for it,
Austin.
man. That's what you got. That's what you're here for.
Hey, at least he did. At least he didn't Tony Snell us. At least he got those 2 rebounds.
Cameron Brown was close.
And honestly, shocked that he managed to get rebounds with Brooks Barnhizer out there, literally eating all of them. So
Vacuuming them up.
The barn animal.
yeah, man, barn burn. There's so many good barn puns to be made.
We got to decide on either barn burner or barn animal before we get too far down the road.
No. You can call him,
I think that you can
call
have
him a
both.
barn animal, but the big thing is when he's having a great game, you call it a barn.
It's a barn.
burner.
Okay.
Like
okay.
any
We can flesh
Brooks
this out.
Barnhizer. Oh my God, it is hard to say. Any Barnhizer masterclass.
Right?
I think it's the Brooks at the beginning. It kind of gets my
Brooks
brain in
Barn.
like an O, like
Say Brooks Barnhizer buckets
Okay.
5 times fast.
Brooks Barnhizer. Fuck.
0 for 1.
Didn't stand a chance. All right, hold on.
Teenage,
No. Give me one more chance.
Okay, I'll let Cone go one more.
Brooks Barnhizer buckets. Brooks Barnhizer buckets. Brooks Barnhizer buckets. Brooks Barnhizer buckets. Brooks Barnhizer buckets.
Oh, he cooked.
There
He
we
cooked,
go.
He cooked. He
You
cooked.
messed up that. I think you messed up.
No.
that
I
15.
don't think so.
Yeah,
I
I
disagree.
cut the clip right there.
Review. I will say, helped a
need it.
lot. I probably would have been screwed normally, but looking at Brooks Barnhizer stand in the corner of my screen and reading it, I think helped my brain cook a little. I think if I like Tierney, if you're gonna try it, close your eyes. It's probably a lot.
Okay, I'll
more
close
difficult.
my eyes. I'll close my eyes.
Go for it.
Let's see it, Tierney.
Well, okay.
Don't
Brooks
mess up the
Bar-
first one.
Shut up. Let me walk in.
Okay.
Brooks Barnhizer buckets. Brooks Barnhizer buckets. Brooks Barnhizer buckets.
Yeah. No, man. It's tough.
I
There's
was
a
like,
lot.
I
There's
got
a
like
lot
two
of
and a half.
stop and go.
I got like two and a half.
And then it's Barnhizer buckets. It like the extra syllables in there, man. It makes it tough.
2.5. I'll take it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we
Here we
go.
go. I'm gonna
Walk
try
in.
it.
Close your eyes. Walk in. Here we go.
Brooks Barnhizer buckets. Brooks Barnhizer buckets. Brooks Barnhizer buckets. Brooks Barnhizer buckets. Brooks Barnhizer buckets.
Okay.
Wow.
I think same thing happened with me. The B there at the beginning of Barnhizer fudged
gets
a little bit.
It gets a
but
little
it was
soft.
still the B. So we'll let it slide. We went to the replay review.
We had the
Yeah,
cadence.
you got Scott Foster referee. You're good to go. You're good to go.
Oh,
Record
nice.
yourself doing
Shout out to
Brooks
him.
Barnhizer buckets 5 times and tweet at us. And if you can do it better, we'll
If you can do it better, we'll give you $1,000.
$1,000. I was not where I was going for sure.
But the
Let's do
issue,
it.
That's Mr.
the
Underdog.
issue,
saying
the
that.
referee is us, and we're gonna say regardless that
Oh,
we're
that's-
cooked.
We'll review it on the pod. We'll
Oh,
review it on the
fair.
pod. Oh boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Summer League. What a time.
Yeah, fellas at Summer League. I mean, hey, fun stuff. I mean, aside from VJ Edgecombe, I mean, just like league wide, like who else are you guys excited to see in Summer League?
VJ was going to be my answer, but I don't know.
He just scored again, by the way. He's got 25
Sure.
points, and there's a crazy falling to the ground bucket that they called an and one because he's
so
actually that
fun.
dude.
He's
Yeah.
so fun at Baylor. I'm trying to remember who else I liked draft day. Let me check.
Ace has been also leading into that bucket. He got a great block. Ace has kind of had like an Ace Bailey type game where he's shooting a good bit. 3 of 13, 7-6, 1-1-1 right now. I'm just excited to see him put up shots, man. I'm excited to see that. I'm really excited to see Dylan Harper in Summer League. Obviously.
Why didn't he play today?
What's up? I don't know. I actually don't know why. Maybe his like rookie contract isn't officially signed yet. That's
Fair.
probably what happened. Maybe they're just like, let's get this done by Vegas type thing. But yeah,
That
he's
makes
someone I'm excited about. Trey Johnson, I feel like as a bucket getter type guy, like he's gonna be great for Summer League. That'll be a
Right.
lot of fun. Who else?
Drake Powell.
Are they gonna try to get? Are they gonna try to get Cam Whitmore to play?
I
for
don't
the
know. If
Wizards
I
in
were them,
Summer
I
League?
would try.
That'd be fun.
I feel like there shouldn't be any restrictions on the trade. It should just go straight through.
Is Derek Queen playing in the Summer League?
I would imagine so.
I I'd be.
He and Jeremiah Fears could be a fun duo to
Yeah,
watch.
both Fears and Queen. I'd
Yeah,
be
Summer League. I'm interested to see how the Nets have 3-point guards all start next to each other in Summer League. That'll be fun.
One of them will work out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I'm ready to see. Reed Shepherd, baby.
Yeah, man. The Reed Shepherd Part 2, the redemption, the return.
Yeah, those are the only guys I'm looking at. I mean, there were guys like I guess Cedric Howard. Did Cedric Howard? He didn't play.
He didn't
Yeah.
play, no.
Nick Clifford, kind of the guys I was looking at pre-draft.
I'm excited about Jace. Like, I was hiring Jace, and apparently a lot of NBA teams who are going to the draft. I feel like he could be someone that's fun in that type of thing. Actually, you know who I'm like maybe most excited for?
I think I know what you're going to say.
Hansen Young.
Yeah, I was about to bring him up. I forgot.
Bro, I cannot wait. I don't know like anything about him other than some highlights I've watched. I know that he's referred to as the Chinese Jokic. It sounds so much fun. Like, I'm really excited to see him go out there and hoop. I know people are either like, yo, like he actually is like super underrated. He's gonna be awesome. Other people are like, the CBA is not very good. He's not gonna be that great. It was a big reach. Just any prospect like that who's kind of divisive, I think is really fun to watch in Summer League. And if he is anything like Jokic, it's going to be really, really fun to watch him. So
if he's anywhere close to Jokic, we'll always have that clip of him getting drafted in the bleachers, and that's just like
that was actually so funny that he's just chilling at the draft like as a fan, and he's like, hell yeah, I just went
like the
top 15.
The meme of like, I don't know if you guys seen the video of like the guy on the couch at the NFL draft, like pointing.
Yeah, the picture of him pointing to himself on the beer. Yeah,
that's what I think of.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, me.
Yeah, but he's definitely one of those guys. Also, Malawatch, I'm a big believer in him. I think Phoenix getting him at 10 was awesome value. And I wish we could see Thomas Sorber, man. I wish.
Walter Clayton Jr. too, just because he was so fun at.
Yeah, he's had some really good moments in this Jazz game so far. Like, he's not shooting great, 2 of 7, but 6 assists, and he's looked really good on a couple of finishes that he's had. So, yeah, man, he's fun. I think that was a good pick for the Jazz. I have one more guy. Oh, Jaeger Demon, just because he went top 10, and now there's like all this pressure for him to perform, and Nets fans are literally going to lose their minds. So that should be fun too.
Yeah.
I feel like the Timberwolves should have a fun little summer league roster, right? Because I know they got Baron J, but who else? They got Leonard Miller.
Will Rob Dillingham play summer league again? I feel like
he
should show up at least for the first game or two. Like, Rob Dillingham feels like the guy that goes for 35 his first summer league game and never shows up again.
Yeah, he's in. So yeah, definitely. Terrence Shannon's playing too.
Yeah, they do have a fun roster.
Yeah, with Jalen Clark, Amari
they play the Pelicans tomorrow. That'll be a really fun game.
Yeah,
I'll tune into that. Man. Tell you what,
basketball, like talent, like league wide is like best it's ever been in terms of just like everybody having dudes that can go off and can like and it makes the game like that much more interesting and much more enjoyable because you can just turn on a random game and good Lord, dude, Adem Bona is throwing hammers. Like,
he's dunked on like 16 people. He has 7 made field goal attempts, and I swear he's dunked on like 18 people.
I feel like we said this exact same thing last year. Him in the summer league is
Walter Clayton with
also
Wolves. Bro, this Jazz Sixers
bro, that's
game
why like
nuts.
I just randomly been stopping during the pod. I'm like, yo, that video.
All right, fine. I'll turn it on. Fine.
Bro, it's 82-83, 2:25 to go. Tierney, lock in.
Turn on. I was just watching. I was looking at this.
Also, one of my favorite things is Bona again off the dribble.
Guys, I'm doing so much fun right now.
Bro, you're not locked into a damn Bona hive. You're a coward. It's going to commercial break. Actually, you're not allowed to have any fun. Sorry.
By the way, Wolves.
I lied.
Pelicans game is Thursday. My bad.
Oh, that is not tomorrow.
I just assumed.
Cool.
That's
thanks for telling us about the game tomorrow. That's like 5 days away. Thanks,
my bad, guys. My bad.
Super helpful.
Hand up.
It's okay. We'll allow it. Janai Broom's actually been pretty solid in this Sixers game too. Like, his field goal percentage has dropped off a lot since the beginning, but I feel like he's been pretty solid defensively as he kind of just got blown by there. So.
Sensabaugh? Is that?
Not Sensabaugh. Who is number 16. Who was
This
that?
has just become a watch party.
Was that some? That might have been Elijah Harkless. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can we get a time
no,
check here? What are we at? Where's everyone at?
We're at 147,
Okay, we're good. We're
146.
We're about the same.
They said Harkless earlier, and I was like, "There's no chance Mo Harkless is playing Summer League in 2025." And then I thought about it for more than a second. I'm like, "Oh, that's Elijah Harkless."
Crazy.
Bro, I wanted Mo Harkless on the Thunder so bad back in the day.
He's one of those guys that would
Like,
have been in his prime, like really good next to Russ and KD. Hey, can we get VJ Edgecombe back in this basketball game?
3D guys. Why is he not in?
I don't know.
Who's the head coach of the Sixers right now?
A fraud, whoever they are.
Fraud.
A
Roasted
fraud.
ass.
How is VJ Edgecombe not in this game?
Oh, hey, it's a TV
man, but they got
timeout. I bet we're getting
90 seconds left. He got taken out around like the
Gotta
3.5
lock in
minute
for this
mark for
win.
no reason.
You can't go down 0-1 in the summer league standings.
Yeah. Someone commented on one of my tweets about our guys in Summer League and was like, "Does this hurt our Vegas record?" I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, so this doesn't matter?" And I was like, "Yeah, Summer League kind of doesn't, just in general." But
yeah, people like get really like into the whole Summer League tournament.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
how many games we have to win?
That was us
qualify?
3 years ago, 4 years ago. To be fair.
Well, if we played all our guys, we could have wrecked.
if we played Shea, no one would stand a chance against us right now.
Yeah, the starting
That's
lineup
true.
of the championship.
I'm waiting for the year where a team just runs out like a second-year player. Like Wemby should have gone out there U2 and just wrecked house and won the Spurs a Summer League title.
I think
Just do it.
Dub's probably like the best second-year player that's walked out there in a while.
I mean, it
From
just
my
was not
recollection.
necessary, but he's like, I'll
It was
just
a-
kill everyone for a game, and then
It was
we'll be good.
It was a fun game.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
He's so crazy.
He's just faster than everybody. It's so crazy.
I'm just scrolling through VJ.
Yeah, and it's like pictures of Dwayne Wade and T.J. McConnell. I almost said T.J. McConnell.
I
Literally,
love-
T.J. McConnell better than Tracy McGrady, by the way.
TJ
I
McGrady.
love overreactions in the summer league. It's the
Bro, it's
best.
not overreaction to say VJ Edgecombe's the best to ever do it.
The best. Well, yeah, Brooks Barnhizer, best player to wear number 23.
That's
Thoughts?
facts.
Thoughts?
I just gotta see one more. Oh, that's the same
But-
one. All right, well, we're done with that.
Like he just like teleports, bro. He's so fast.
He's just so quick.
I actually think the Sixers are gonna be good this season. Am I crazy that I think the Sixers are gonna be good?
No, I'm with
Thank
you too.
you.
Like I was saying that as well because like
On paper.
if they are
On paper,
healthy,
they're awesome.
like health is their key. As I'm talking through a potato,
You look
camera right
so
now.
good right
Put
now.
your hand like this.
You like the makeup?
Hold it there.
It
No,
didn't do nothing.
don't cover it up like you're
No,
blacking
are you-
it out.
Don't be a pro one
Oh.
time, Dylan.
Yeah, have your hand.
There
out,
you
let it
go.
Focus on your hand and then take the hand away. Okay, your camera just didn't cook.
Your
It's just
camera's
not built for
just
the playoff
damaged.
dropper camera. All right.
James Harden game 7 camera right
It's
there.
a summer league for the
Conscious
camera as
about my
well.
hand. Ah, that's tough. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to turn off autofocus. But yeah,
You
no,
turn it
I mean,
on.
I'm with you because I feel like
Turn autofocus on.
well, I think it is on because it was on and then it
I don't know.
unfocused. I don't know. But yeah, no, I mean between Edgecombe, Jared McCain, who was killing it last year, Maxi's great, and like if PG and Embiid can stay healthy
Biggest
and like
if
the
of all
role, like
time.
they can get anything out of the role guys, like yeah, that's a big if. But like we talk about the East being wide
Yeah.
open, like why can't the Sixers win the
Exactly.
East if they
Like,
stay
Yeah.
healthy?
I mean, I think Jared McCain is going to be sick year 2. Maxi's good. VJ looks awesome. I do
Yeah.
think
he almost
Oh,
got steal. That was
bro.
crazy. That was almost crazy.
I'm big. Bro, Adem Bona really might be that guy. They might just have to build around Adem Bona instead of Embiid. I can't lie.
Oh, what a wow!
No, Filipowski
I,
and
for,
one.
I
Tie the
forgot about
game.
Kyle Filipowski until like right this second.
Bro, Kyle Filipowski's kind of eating the Sixers alive. 21-5-2 right now. 8 of 11.
What happened to him?
Yep.
Was he just hurt in Utah last year? Like
No, he just had a solid season.
just in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fine.
I just don't ever remember seeing much of him.
I doubt you just watched the Jazz much, to be quite honest.
Way more what it is.
Yeah, I feel like you just didn't watch the Utah Jazz, which honestly
Watch
is
the Utah
extremely
Jazz.
fair. The
Yeah.
only reason I watched Jazz games really was a couple of times I'm like, oh, Isaiah Collier is kind of fun, and we'll see what they're doing again in this game or that game, or they play the Thunder, and the fact that this is my job. But otherwise, like,
That's fair. This is your job. Yeah.
any casual fan
They're up 3.
watching the Jazz,
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
All right, VJ.
VJ, do it to
This
him.
has turned into just the
Do it
VJ
to him.
Come Cook
VJ.
Sesh reaction pod.
Off a screen.
Cry on VJ.
You got Filipowski.
Oh my god.
Oh my
God.
God.
He's
Oh
him.
my
Oh, he's him.
God.
He's so
Over
nice.
Filipowski, bro.
Wow.
77's a fire number.
Bro,
too.
he's so on my agenda. I loved him going to the draft.
No, I
He's
love him.
hooping right now.
He's so fun.
VJ Edge comes on my agenda.
45 seconds.
Also
God.
love that guys get 10 fouls in the summer. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
the best
so
thing ever.
ridiculous, and I love it.
No foul
Yes,
on Bona.
What's the bonus?
Sissoko had like 5
What's the
at
bonus
halftime.
situation in the summer? Is it still 6?
Yeah, I think it's the same. Also, good rule change that
Is
the
he
NBA is pushing right now with the heave thing. I don't know if y'all saw that.
No.
So the NBA is making it
Mhm.
so that they did it in the G League last year. They're testing it out in Summer League. It's unknown yet if it's going to be in effect for the NBA next season or anything, but they're making it so that heaves in the final 3 seconds of the first 3 quarters don't count against your field goal percentage.
Oh,
As
so you don't
long
get
as
people
it's-
like
Mm.
trying to shoot it, but actually don't.
Yeah, so you actually get more of those heaves as long as it's like there's a picture online of it, but I think it's from like just inside the side of the circle on your end of the court, like just inside that circle. So just like a little bit beyond half court. I think it said like 30 feet or something like that. Like anything beyond that in the final 3 seconds of the shot clock or final 3 seconds of the game clock in the first 3 quarters doesn't count.
I'd love to see a player like back up into that just so he doesn't get he's at half court and he like backs up and he's like,
Well, apparently it has to start in the backcourt, so it can't be
okay.
yeah, you've got the
They
clock
figured
down.
out my loophole.
Yeah, they kind of cooked you early
Dang it.
in the process.
Two point game with 38 seconds.
Bro, this might decide who wins the Utah Summer League. Oh my god.
Screw game 7 of the NBA Finals. This is
This is intense, bro.
I feel like we've won the Utah Summer League like 2 years in a row or something.
Feels like
that.
something we'd win.
Yeah.
Because like
Hang
that's
the
when we
banner.
actually play our
We had
guys.
Kaysen last year. We had Dub the year before. Or no, Dub. That was the same year.
Oh, last year we had Kaysen and Chet and
Yeah.
Ooze and Jay Will, and then the year before we had like Dub, Chet, Ooze, Jay Will,
Did Chet?
Giddy. Giddy was playing then too.
Did Chet play much that year? I can't remember in the summer league.
Bro, that first Chet's Summer League debut, honestly, still one of the best Summer League debuts ever. He had 6 blocks. I remember I was at a brewery with my fiance and my mom because my fiance was back home visiting, off for summer in college, and Chet's going like insane.
I think he had 4 threes in that game
Yeah,
too.
and I was sitting there at like the table in this brewery, like tweeting out insane chat. Like we got there and they were like, "Oh, we're doing music bingo," and they're like, "Oh, that'd be fun. Let's play." And the two of them are like so locked into that, and I'm just like watching these chat highlights. I'm like, "This might be the greatest player ever played a game of basketball." I'm just
Cone's like, I'm not.
like,
even
I was
here.
chiming in. I was trying to help out with the bingo and everything that I could do, and keep an eye on my own board. And just, but Chet was blocking like 6 shots and hitting a few threes, and tween Hezzy, OD hang pulls. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, he blocked that. I don't remember who it was, but he blocked somebody on a poster attempt too, and like it was one of the nastiest blocks I've ever seen.
We're locked in. 2-point game. Get the ball to
There we
VJ.
go.
Edge
There's
tone.
VJ. There's VJ
Yeah.
at the
Throw it
Utah
away.
logo.
Fry him, VJ.
I
Oh,
thought
no
that-
foul?
Oh, he got
Oh,
fouled.
Nice.
Yeah, go to the line.
Nice.
Bro, I thought that ball went straight
That
up.
was
and
that
down
was a
into
very
the-
vertical.
He's in that zone, man. He's in that zone. Like, that's the thing too about the Sixers. They're in such a good spot regardless of what happens because they've got so much fun young talent with VJ and Maxey and
Ooh,
McCain.
that's a tough call, actually.
Has Edwards?
He
done
was really
anything?
solid last season for them. Yeah, I mean
feel like
today
that's
he's done not that much. Like he's got like 13 points, but last season down the stretch when they had all those injuries, it was really solid. He finished the season 10.1 points per game, 45% from the field, 36% from 3.
I think he had a good game in the game we watched
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
He missed a free throw.
No,
VJ.
oh my God, he's a
VJ.
joker. No,
VJ. What are you
Oh my
doing?
god, he's a fraud.
Oh no! I literally just
Did
tweeted
you
about
guys
him
see
too.
that? Did you guys see Hood-Shafino's jersey? Does that have an O on the end?
Oh,
of
it doesn't? It's Hood
No.
Shafine?
Shafine. That kind of hits. Hood Shafine.
He's a
That kind of
fiend.
cooks.
Hood Shafine. I like that. Drop the O.
Sorry, VJ made the second. That was
All
part
right.
of the that was part of the play.
Yeah, he
So, like,
needs he wants a game winner.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to tie this thing up with a free throw line. I want a game winner off a stop.
Stop here, game
Why
winner.
is Janai
Walter
Broom
Clayton
pressuring Walter
fouled?
Clayton at half court? Why are they fouling?
I thought Janai Broom had a bald spot at first, and then they zoomed in. He just braided it.
Yeah, his
Did they
hair
just foul on
something.
purpose? Down only one with like a 7-second differential between game and shot.
Is Janai Broom doing the Carlos
They-
Boozer permanent marker thing? Did you guys see that? Am I tripping?
Yeah.
I thought it was like spray
Walter
paint or
Clayton missed.
something.
Janai
Oh
Broom
wow!
cooked. Janai
Wow.
cooked.
Wow, he knew the whole time.
Oh my god, they ran the play perfectly. It's the VJ misses a
It's the-
free
yeah,
throw into the
the
Walter
Dr.
Clayton misses a
Strange.
free throw.
He knew all the outcomes.
Oh, he made the
down
second.
two.
This is.
He could,
Are we going for
Oh,
three
you-
with VJ,
I think-
or are we just getting a
I think
two?
go for the tie. Go for the tie.
Whatever he wants, let him cook.
We
Get him
gotta
the
get him the
ball,
ball
brother.
first.
What are you doing?
Put
No,
the ball in VJ.
No
I
way,
thought
Janai
Janai
Broom's gonna
Broom
take the
will
last
shut
shot.
it
Okay.
No, bro, get it in VJ's
No
hands.
way.
How is
No
he
way.
what is-
Was he out? Oh, he's
Oh,
out.
just
Crazy. That's
Got
crazy.
it.
How do you go 13 to 25 and you don't get him the ball in the last second, bro? That's crazy.
VJ Edgecombe not touch the ball. They
Justin
sold
Edwards,
so
Dylan-
hard.
Dylan,
His foot was like so out.
this is your
too.
fault. This is
And he
all your
airballed
fault.
the three anyways.
How's it my
Justin
fault?
Edwards is
Yeah, bro, this is your fault, man.
How's
take
it
some
my
responsibility
fault?
for your players.
This is so on you.
Listen, I did not like Justin Edwards at Kentucky. He was the most like wishy-washy player that I've ever seen in the Kentucky uniform. He was like the number one recruit in the nation, and he was a role player. It's like, brother, what are we doing?
Your fault.
It is your fault.
He don't got that dog in him. Oh,
Clearly doesn't.
well,
Never seen a
now they got
VG
to steal.
Edgecombe steal and score right here.
Hey, how did Baisley end up doing for the Lakers?
He had 10 points, 2 of 8 shooting, 3 blocks, which was cool. 5
Hey,
fouls.
3 blocks. Hey,
So
we'll take it.
Yeah,
4 boards, nothing crazy.
are Lakers fans talking about how he's the answer to like the backup big yet or something?
Not that I saw. I did open reel and I saw immediately someone say hooping in the summer league at 40.
It's funny. It is crazy. How many summer leagues has he played now? He's played them like every summer league since he was drafted in like 2019. So man, that's like
He's
6
sticking
summer leagues.
around.
That's nuts.
How does VJ Edgecombe not get
It's crazy.
the ball there?
He's pissed too.
I would be.
Doesn't look happy.
He wants
Doesn't
the
look
ball.
happy. Here we go.
He said he's about to get the ball
Mhm.
back.
He's gonna get a steal and a poster.
Ooh, almost had it.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
almost trapped him.
Uh-huh.
Dang it! Almost had the trap.
Is Ace Bailey even in the game?
I don't think he is.
Ace to that.
Who is that guy? Is that Elijah
I think
Harkless
that's
again?
Elijah.
Harkless again?
Sorry, the free throw's getting missed here. It's fine. Elijah Harkless is missing one. And we're getting
One
the
for two.
timeout and the VJ Edgecombe 3 to send this thing to OT, baby.
1 for 2 right
And
here.
then we
saw the
stay on the
script.
podcast all of OT.
we're running this till it's over. It's gonna go like triple overtime. It'll be 2 hours in.
Why don't these teams just get the
This
ball to
is
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander? Why don't they just do that?
Just do that.
Oh, hey, he missed
Oh,
the
I
first
baby.
told you the script.
The script is crazy. Adam Silver did it again.
Is Cone actually Adam
Bro,
Silver?
they
NBA genius.
they asked me to write the summer league script, so I
That's
cooked this one
huge.
out for y'all.
Congrats.
He made it.
Right.
Yeah. Hey,
All time out.
Mikey,
Here we go.
Yes.
VJ Edgecombe play.
Drop an actual play. If he did just write VJ3 on the board, I'm gonna be pissed off.
It's just nothing
not
on the
give the ball
board
to
except
Justin.
VJ Edgecombe.
Oh my
3.
god, bro! When it's VJ gets the ball and he swings to Janai Brew for the 3, I'm gonna be devastated.
Oh,
Bro, they gave it to Broom in the corner and he pump fake.
no one's
like,
buying that, brother.
Who's biting on a Janai Broom corner 3 pump
my
fake?
God.
Real ball knowers.
Why did he even have the fact he had the ball in that
Lord.
position too? It was just like, what are we doing? We're now in a sports center. It's carried over. So riveting. They did cut Sports Center.
I love that we had 24 people in here just watching us react.
I wish we could
to
pull up the stream.
to the
Yeah.
Jazz Sixers game.
Wish we could show y'all.
Maybe we'll do like how
Turn into playback.
like
real
how
quick.
quickly do you think I can share and unshare the screen before it gets flagged for
I don't
copyright?
think fast
I
enough.
have
I think
no
there's a
clue.
middle ground where you're either going to give people like we have to put an epilepsy warning, and we're going to get flagged for copyright. And I don't think it's very easy to hit that middle ground.
half a second of video. Not worth.
Not worth.
This is the VJ top
Who is number 30 in the
topic.
Jazz?
VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, when did the actual podcast end? Like 45 minutes in? We've just become
Oh, Ace
Become a
Bailey's
watch
coming
party.
in now. It hasn't been that long, honestly.
You can do like
It was-
50
it was like a
minutes?
50,
There's nothing wrong with
55
a little
minute.
bit of just talking about whatever.
Yeah,
It's the
it's
off
summer
season. We can talk
league.
about whatever after the
It's
podcast. We
summer
wrapped.
league.
Th-
We're vibing.
This is like that one time I needed like 5 more PRA from Jonathan Kuminga, and we stayed on the pod to make sure I
What
got
a
it.
time. That was a great moment.
It was.
Here we go. Here we go. There he is. There he is.
Oh,
Bro, it was
I
He's
thought
right
I
there. I thought I maybe had a chance.
a good luck. It's a really good luck, man.
Ace
God dang
Bailey.
it.
Is there a chance Ace Bailey misses both free
Could
throws?
happen.
He misses both, and then the VJ Edgecombe half court 3 to send it to overtime. That's
Oh
the true
my
script I
God.
drew up.
Oh man.
We've seen the script.
He kind of got. Did he get hit?
Uh,
I need to-
The camera followed the ball. I couldn't
The
see.
previous
I don't
shot,
think he
maybe.
did. But it's part of my agenda. I'm going to say he got fouled, and they didn't call it.
Ace missed it.
oh my God. There's
Bro.
life.
There is life.
Oh my God.
Honestly, this. Oh wait, never mind. Oh no, I was gonna say it's a heave, so it doesn't count, but it's a fourth quarter, so it does count. So it's gonna hurt VJ's field goal percentage
No.
if he misses.
He made it.
Uh,
No,
and
that's
1-3.
tough.
And 1-3.
And 1-3 coming for Janai.
Someone
Brown.
foul. Someone foul.
Bro, I thought
Oh, he almost made that too. Wow.
Yeah.
he's to the point where I think he's going to make everything.
Nah,
easier.
28, 10, 4, 2 blocks and a steal.
Holy moly.
What a game.
Nuts.
Not, but he's not Nikola Topic.
If only.
Yeah.
If only. With Nikola
Topic should
Topic.
have made that.
To-
I mean, what was his 3-point percentage like?
VJ's. I think he
Hold up.
might have been 1 for 4 after that. 1 for 6 in the end.
He took a lot of
fraud.
heaves.
1 for 4 before the last 2. Yeah, they're at the end. Yeah, what a fraud. What a fraud.
Good stuff.
Great
Well,
pod.
gentlemen,
Great pod.
yeah, absolutely. It was fun to get back in the pod game. It was fun to get to talk some Thunder hoops and also talk some regular hoops with you guys and the listeners. Appreciate you guys for tapping in with us. Go ahead and like the video if you have not already. Subscribe to the channel. If you are not already, we're so close to 1,000.
We'll get there.
I think we're like single digits to 1,000. Like just make that happen before the next summer league game. That'd be awesome. But yeah, until then, hit the notification bell so you can miss out when we go live. I don't think we're gonna go live for every summer league game. Just kind of wanted to talk about the Topic debut and kind of what it looks like. I think we'll try to get back to our 2 pods a week schedule. So like Tuesdays and Fridays. And actually talked to one of our friends at No Ceilings about coming on the 15th, which is not this coming Tuesday, but the next Tuesday, to kind of give his take on how everybody has looked in the summer league. So
I thought you were going
Um,
to say we're talking 2026
stay
draft.
tuned for that.
I was like,
We could throw that
all
in.
right, man.
Like let's get a jump on it, baby. Hey, 6 first-round picks. Let's
Oh,
Throw
make
it
it
in the
happen.
agenda.
Bro, It's so crazy. Man. We really
The
can't
Brooklyn
keep getting
Nets
away
of
with
next
it.
year. Some are saying
We can, Cone. We can't because we hit Samuel
Yeah,
with Preston.
Samuel.
You're right. My fault.
But yeah, with that being said, appreciate everybody tapping in. We're all NBA champions. You're an NBA champion if you're a Thunder fan. And I hope everybody has a great night. God bless. Hoop when you can. And as
Hoop.
always,